What is up, Jamily? This is JamiroFan 2000 here with yet another episode of JamiroFan Talks About, my discussionary series where I take a look at the past, present, and future of Jamiroquai, and now they're over 28 years of music making. In this episode, I thought I'd take a discussionary look at their instrumentals. And Jamiroquai, over the last 28 years, have put out a good amount of instrumentals. What started out originally as a bit of a centerpiece of the Jamiroquai album structure slowly started to meander at the end of the track list and completely disappeared from the Jamiroquai album infrastructure as of Rocked Us Lightstar. But Jamiroquai have done a lot of great instrumentals, and given that given that their sound is a bit of a melange of mixture of acid jazz, funk, R&B, and soul, Jamiroquai really are really a jazzy band when you really think about it. And some of the great early examples of their instrumental work, of course, was one of the centerpieces of their first album from 1993, Emergency on Planet Earth, with the song "Music of the Mind," which seemed a bit of an unorthodox song, but if you go back and listen to it, it was pretty amazing because it was a lot of Jamiroquai doing a lot of nodding towards Stevie Wonder on that track. And then, of course, with later albums, we would have, of course, on Return of the Space Cowboy, we would have Journey to Arnhem Land, which is a very hard word to pronounce. But, of course, that was one of the key mark songs for Wallace Buchanan of Jamiroquai, and, of course, the Didgeridoo. And then the later instrumentals would start making their appearances on B-sides, and some of the examples of Jamiroquai instrumental B-sides would, of course, be Space Clav, Slippin' and Slidin', and Bullet, which all were, of course, from the Return of the Space Cowboy into the Traveling Without Moving era of Jamiroquai. But, of course, Jamiroquai would keep churning out instrumentals here and there. Destitute Illusions comes to mind, and, of course, two other instrumentals which did not make the album but did make them as bonus tracks were the B-side Wolves in Sheep's Clothing, and of course probably one of the most experimental instrumentals of Jamiroquai, at least verging into their new EDM meets Futura funk sound, of course, was a song called Gettin' Funky, which made it as a bonus track in Japan. But as I said, the instrumentals would start kind of disappearing from the infrastructure of the Jamiroquai album set list, or at least track list, I should say, and that started right around Rocked Us Lightstar, and then from that point on, Jamiroquai didn't do very many instrumentals. But that doesn't mean they aren't capable of doing instrumentals, because if you've been following Jamiroquai, most notably from the Dynamite all the way up to the current 2017 through 2019 Automaton era, Jamiroquai have been surprising the live jamily that have been going to their concerts, noticing that they have been doing jazzed up, funked up interludes in the midst of some of their ballads and their classic tracks. And this isn't some byproduct. This isn't something they just do just to have fun. This is the instrumental side of Jamiroquai coming out really, really slowly. But yeah, as I said, Jamiroquai during their live tours of those Outmares, they kind of sprinkled in a few instrumental works here and there in the midst of the beginning, the middle, and even some cases the end of their standard Jamiroquai classic tracks, which is really, really cool. And you can see many examples of it. If you do some Google searches, or I should say YouTube searches of past Jamiroquai live performances from the last 3 or 4 album eras, you will see small little glimmers of Jamiroquai's amazing instrumental flexing in some of their live tracks, most notably in songs like All Right and Use the Force. There are small little moments of Jamiroquai just going back into being a jazzy band and just jazzing up everything. And they have in the past jazzed up some of their old and new songs, but that was basically to really enhance the live tour experience for the band. But Jamiroquai have put out, like I said, a lot of great instrumentals, and I do think they can continue to do more instrumentals. But I'm very most interested in your opinion. We know that Jamiroquai's 9th album is going to be coming up sometime probably between 2022, maybe 2022, conservatively speaking. What is your favorite Jamiroquai instrumental? For me, my favorite instrumental would probably be probably Music of the Mind. probably my top one, but I really like Journey to Arnhemlin. I think that one was another amazing instrumental too. So those are my two favorites. But what is your favorite Jamiroquai instrumental? And would you like to see Jamiroquai return to doing more instrumental tracks rather than traditional lyric and melody-based Jamiroquai songs for the upcoming 9th Jamiroquai album, which will be coming out in the foreseeable future? Please leave your your feedback, your opinions, your comments on those two post questions in the YouTube section in this video down below. I'm most interested in reading your feedback on this topic about Jamiroquai and their amazing rich history of instrumentals on their albums. I have more Jamiroquai Minutes episodes coming up very soon here on my channel, so keep your eyes on the JamiroFan 2000 YouTube channel for more videos of Jamiroquai Minute and JamiroFan Talks About episodes, hopefully very, very soon. And as always, this is JamiroFan 2000, and I'll see you again really soon with another JamiroFan Talks About, more Jamiroquai Minutes, and many more Jamiroquai related videos here on the JamiroFan 2000 YouTube channel. Bye-bye, everybody.